everybody and welcome to guitar lesson number 6. So good job for making it this far and learning the notes on these strings. So we had a look at string 1 last time. We had an E, we had an F, we had a G. And this lesson we're going to learn the notes on string number 2. So string number 2, if we all do some walking fingers on that one, I'm hoping you already know what this string is because we had Easter Bunny goes dancing at Easter. So it's the B string. And then the notes we're learning are always going up from the open string. So if we go up the alphabet from B, we get to C. So C is our finger number 1 on that string, which is also on fret number 1. So we've got C here, and my third finger is waiting around to go on to fret number 3. There it is. So I'll just go through those ones again. So if we take our fingers off, but we keep our thumb at the back, we're doing a B. And then whilst keeping our kind of grip in like a circle position, like an OK, we're going to put our thumb on fret number 1 there. So we've got our C. And then we're going to go into the 3rd fret with our 3rd finger for D. Okay, so we have B, C, D. B, C, D. And that's the easy bit. The harder bit is learning where they are on the stave. So we already learned our faces in the spaces and every good boy does fine. So this B, string 2, is right in the middle. It's every good boy, the middle line. And it's an easy one to remember because you can just think bang in the middle. So B for bang in the middle of the stave. And then your C is your 3rd space off, so that's F-A-C of face. And then your D here is every good boy does. So it's the 4th line up. So that's going to be the trickiest thing today, is reading where these notes are. So we're going to start off similarly to last time, where we're going to do our semi-breves, which are worth 4 beats. And we're just going to play these notes. So the first one on there is a B. So it's the 3rd line up. So we've got every good boy. So we're going to play that and we're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next one's in the next space. So it's a C for F-A-C. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then D, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes back down to the space. So we're back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes back to the middle line, so bang in the middle, that's our B. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes to the next line, so every good boy does. D, 2, 3, 4. Steps down a note to C. 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. So try that a couple of times until you're comfortable, and then you can move on to this next one, which is the minims or half notes. So these are worth 2 beats each, these ones. It's a similar pattern to the last one, the top line. So we've got B starting off for 2. So we've got B for 2, and then another one, B for 2, C for 2, C for 2, D for 2, D for 2, then back to B for 2, B for 2. Then the next one, B for 2, and then there's a block, a little black block. So that is a 2-beat rest. So I'll just start that bar again. So it goes B for 2, rest for 2, then C for 2, rest for 2, D for 2, C for 2, B for 2, rest for 2. So I like to count them with my students as B for 2, or however many beats it is, because you're saying the note and you're saying how many beats it is. But if you want to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, that's absolutely fine. So you could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can go on to the 2nd line. So you can either say the notes or you can count the beats, but as long as they're for the correct amount of time, that's what's important. So we've done our semi-breves, we've done our minims, we're moving on to our crotchets. So we definitely need to make sure we're using walking fingers on this one. So we're starting off with some Bs. So we've got B, 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 and then we're moving up to C, 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 third finger's ready, D, 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 C, 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 rest. So that squiggly thing there, that's our rest. And then we'll move on to the next line. We've got some more rest here. We've got B, rest, B, rest, and then up to C, rest, C, rest, then up to D, D, rest, D, rest, and then D, C, B, rest. So again, just play these ones over and over until you've got them before moving on, because the next 3 songs I've given you here are far harder because they're using the notes of both of the strings. So if you're not sure of string 1 and you've forgotten those, you need to go back and make sure you know those ones first. So if we just look at the first bar of this one, Jumping Jacks, I've put some finger numbers in some of these ones to help you out. So it's sort of telling you what finger, which in this case will be the fret, but they're just there to help you occasionally. Don't rely on them, make sure you're using your rhyme. So we have 1 in the line, middle line, and 1 in the top space. We've got Every Good Boy, so we've got our B in the middle, and then the top space is F-A-C-E. So we've got B, E, B, E. Okay, so this one, B's an open string, and E's an open, but I'm ready with my hand for the next one. So we've got B, E, B, E, and then we go on to the third space, F-A-C, and Every Good Boy does fine. So we've got F, C, F, then we go back to B, E, B, E, and then our third finger comes in for a D, and then we go to G, and remember that one's not in the rhyme, it's a bit high, so we can just go up from our top line, which is F, to the next one in the alphabet, so G, D, G. Right, next line, we've got B, E, B, rest, and then we've got D, G, D, rest, and then a bit tricky here, C, F, G, F, E, 2, 3, 4. I'll play that second line much harder. I've left out some of the finger numbers there, so you really have to work them out. So we've got B, E, B, rest, then we've got D, G, D, rest, C, F, G, F, E, 2, 3, 4. So on that last bit, when I had F and it went to G, I actually kept my finger on F because we're going to go back there. So that's a really good habit to get into. So that was Jumping Jacks. That's a bit tricky. And the next one, Up and Down, and it does exactly that. We go up the notes and then we go down the notes. So we're starting on our B, Every Good Boy, and if you look, each note goes up by what we call step in music. So it goes from a line to a space, and then a line, and then a space. So we can just use the alphabet to go up and down. We don't always have to use that rhyme. So we have 2 B's at the beginning. So we've got B, B, and then we're going up, C, C, D, 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 then E, E, F, F, G, 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 G. Next line, G, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C, C, B, 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 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that one, I think actually that's a little bit easier than the one before because it just goes up and down. And then the next one, we've just got Mary Had a Little Lamb. Everybody knows this tune, so you'll know easily if you've gone wrong. So we are starting on the top space, so that is F-A-C-E. So we've got E, D, C, D, E, E, E for 2. Then it goes down to D, D, D for 2. E, E, E for 2. Then it kind of repeats on this one. C, D, E, 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 C, D, D, E, D, C, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I went through that one quite quickly. So I'm just showing you on these videos sort of how they go as a reference point, and you need to make sure you're playing them much slower and making sure you're counting all these beats using the correct fingers and using walking fingers at the same time. Okay, so good luck with all those ones there. There's lots there to do, so just take it really slowly, and then I will see you in the next lesson.